Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer was initially skeptical about the hype surrounding these kinds of products, noting that many are manufactured similarly, regardless of the brand. Their advice is to shop around and be mindful of pricing. However, they ended up getting a great deal on this particular electric bike and now wishes they had made the purchase much sooner. Our reviewer, who is 5'11" and 138 pounds, regularly rides with about 20 pounds of gear. Despite this, they report easily cruising at 36 to 37 miles per hour on flat roads. They've already logged over 200 miles on the bike and are clearly enjoying it. Their only real complaint is the lack of a comprehensive maintenance guide. They've searched online but haven't been able to find anything official. They'd specifically like to adjust the brake lever sensitivity, as the braking performance isn't as sharp as it was initially. This client also emphasizes the bike's appeal to thieves. It's stylish but not overtly flashy, but they recommend keeping it securely locked up, regardless of the neighborhood. On the plus side, the folding design is incredibly convenient. They can easily carry it upstairs, fold it, and store it in their laundry room. Overall, this reviewer highly recommends this scooter. They feel it's a perfect solution for those without a driver's license or for those who enjoy biking but might be experiencing joint pain. They conclude by stating they love this thing very much.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer is seriously impressed with this bike. They describe it as a beast, and it sounds like it lives up to the name. Our reviewer, who is around 510 and 180 pounds, mentioned hitting speeds of over 30 mph on a flat road using just the throttle at its highest setting. It's been a while since they've been on a bike, let alone an e-bike, and they feel like they made a really good choice. It sounds like this bike gets them moving, and they anticipate it will be a great option for commuting. However, this client did have a bit of a reality check after a couple of weeks. They got their first flat tire, which was a bummer after years of avoiding them on regular bikes. The real problem arose when they tried to get it fixed. Turns out, many local bike shops don't service e-bikes purchased elsewhere. This reviewer had to learn how to fix it themselves using online tutorials, which, while ultimately empowering, was an unexpected hurdle. So their advice is definitely to check that a local shop is able to service the bike before you buy. Now they're on a journey to learning all about e-bike maintenance and tuning. Despite the flat tire and the repair challenges, this reviewer doesn't regret the purchase. It's their first e-bike, and it seems like a good alternative to the much more expensive models sold at their local shop.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer thinks this electric bicycle is a solid choice, especially if you're car-free like them and need a reliable way to get around. They found it to be fast and easy to ride and surprisingly straightforward to put together. Despite some minor irritations, they feel it's worth the cost because it fulfills their transportation needs. However, they did run into a few snags. First off, they're already dealing with a leaky inner tube, which seems to be caused by the tire itself. A reviewer is concerned that they might be constantly replacing tubes and potentially even the tire if this continues to be a problem. Another issue is the handlebars, which they describe as unstable. No matter how much they tighten the connecting point, the handlebars tend to wiggle and shift over time, requiring constant readjustment. It is quite annoying. The front-wheel drive also has a quirk. Apparently, when you engage it, it's full throttle right away. This means if you're standing still, the front tire will just spin out of control. Our client's advice is to only activate the front-wheel drive once you're already moving. Lastly, they're a bit concerned about the battery attachment point. It seems somewhat unstable, and they worry that repeated bumps and rough roads could cause it to become even shakier. They also suggest being cautious in wet conditions, as the battery prongs are exposed. They recommend covering the battery area when not in use, especially if you might be riding later, to prevent moisture damage.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.